Hello, hello. How's it going, Sass? Happy... What is today? Thursday. I had to think about it for a second. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well. And Cisco. Yes, the start screen should look a little ominous, potentially. This is a horror game. This is Mouthwashing. The splash screen kind of came up as Mouthwashing and then zoomed back or panned back into all this here because it was just showing the sunset at first. It's supposed to be in borderless mode, but for whatever reason it just seems to like be full screen no matter what I mean, if I put it in windowed mode, it's actually windowed, but borderless doesn't seem to actually work properly. But whatever. Anywho, yeah, so this, I guess we'll kind of more or less just sort of jump into it. I don't really want to say a lot about the game because it's kind of meant to be, you know, a fairly narrative driven game. I don't know how long it is. It's probably going to be like a one stream thing if I had to guess. But yeah, it is. I will say some very brief things about it. It is a horror game that takes place in space. You're on a small crew of people kind of shipping stuff from one end of the galaxy, I guess, to another. Or, you know, I don't remember the specific details about that, but, you know, things go awry, let's say, as you may be able to tell by just looking at the start screen here. So we discovered how terrifying bone wheel skeletons were in Dark Souls 1. Oh yeah, they're by far the worst in Dark Souls 1. Not only do they do huge amounts of damage, but they come at you from out of the dark really quickly. They try, you know, they just chase you down super easily. Like in the other Dark Souls games, like they are a little easier to see coming, but definitely in Dark Souls 1, you've got the ones in the bottom of the catacombs and the ones in the painted world as well, and they're just always in like very nasty spots where they can just kill you super easily and definitely have a tendency to jump scare you. Stumbled in here by chance. There's no notification yet. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely being slow on the Twitch notification now. I might have put out the Twitch one by now, and you may just not have gotten it because you're here, but I'm not seeing the Discord one, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Sometimes it just takes a minute. Currently on my painted world, in the painted world on my slow completionist class run. Nice. What are you playing anyway? Like what sort of class? Yeah, there's a Discord one. Hang on, this is gonna get silenced for a second, just because, like I said, unfortunately the windowed background sort of mode doesn't work. There we go. I think otherwise, let me just double check the options. Yeah, there's not really much here. Like display doesn't really let me actually change or apply anything. I'm not sure why that is. Unless I can change VSync, I can change to windowed mode, and that actually does something, but that's it. But all good. Pyro has been a bit of a struggle, to be honest. So far, I've not leveled any damage stats, so I made my starting axe raw. Yeah, Pyro is pretty good overall. There are a few bosses and enemies that Pyro does struggle with due to, you know, their resistance and or immunity to fire damage, but you know, you do have some other options. And of course you can just use the axe, but yeah, it's a bit of a thing. Anyways, yeah, I guess we will jump in to Mouthwashing here. I don't remember if the text is... It's definitely a lot of text-based speech. I'll probably just be reading stuff because I don't think it's voiced, but I guess we'll find out. Interesting aspect ratio. Pony Express long haul space freighter Tulpar. Crew 5. Planned shipment duration 382 days. Elapsed transit time 147 days. I hope this hurts. Zero days before the crash. An orbital body has been detected 21 AU ahead of the vessel. Please make a manual correction of 1.4 degrees leftwards to avoid impact with unknown mass. Let's see. Would this be easier with mouse and keyboard, maybe? Steer right. Didn't it say leftward, though? I guess that's why. Okay. What does this do? It's locked. Okay. Extreme warning. Direct collision course with orbital body 1.9 AU away. Engaging autopilot to recorrect vessel. Advise crew to take up emergency positions. 4,000 credits docked from crew pay package for failure of navigational staff. That's rough. I don't think we can do anything else with it. Alright. B. Emergency generator. Find Amy's employee card. Oh, Anya's, sorry. I misread that. Okay. Anya's employee ID card. Cool. Pony Express protection kit. Use only in case of emergency. Captain access only. Code scanner required. Take emergency key. There's like a flashlight there. Hey, what about the rope? Length of nylon rope. I guess we can't do anything with it. Okay. Nothing else to be done. Can't let anyone in. Alright. So you can probably see where this is going, I guess. Emergency key, captain only, emergency cockpit console override key. Use. Disengage autopilot. Crash imminent. What does that say? Pele, no, Pele says lend a hand. It's kind of hard to see. It's pretty dark. There's a pony mascot. All right. Oh, I can zoom. Interesting. Zoop. I don't think I have any other like specific buttons yet, except for my inventory. Okay. Polly says, "Don't be daft." Giddy up, Galaxy. It's a lot of posters. At this point, I think Paulo would be the villain. Maybe. Told you. Yeah, you were right. How's the sound, by the way? Is it too quiet? I can turn it up. I think it's a little loud for me, but that might just be my headphones. Pretty well balanced, okay. He's got a lot of extra arms and legs. A whole extra face growing out of his face, alright. You don't want to lock this? Two months after the crash. Jimmy, anyone else would do the same thing. Swansea. We ain't touching the damn cargo. The hold is locked down for a reason. The only thing worse than dying slowly is not getting paid. Anya. But it could be something useful, I think. Could be what? Hopes, dreams, and marzipan? Ah. You don't have to. If it helps us survive, it's worth it. I think we're playing as Jimmy. Yeah, Daisuke. Man, Pony Express bosses really aren't chill at all, huh? Come on, a quick look won't hurt. How exactly is this group therapy committee planning on getting in there? Oh, right here, boss. You're looking at the meanest swing of the regional junior baseball team. Straight up nearly corked a kid once. I can take the utility axe and you were goddamn born fully corked. That's enough, Swansea. There has to be an in case of emergency way inside. If I remember correctly from the safety protocols, the doors should have an alternate access code, but it can only be uncovered using a code scanner device. And only the captain has access to the scanner. Of course, go ahead and ask him all about it then. Maybe he'll sing you the blues too. We don't need him if we find the scanner, get the code, and open the hold. For better or worse, I'm Captain Etnet. Look at me. I'm the captain now. I'll figure it out. Right on. Okay. Let's see, what do we have here? Whoa, lag. What the heck? Alright. Pork chop with beans. Some sort of canned meatloaf, spam, I don't know. Some Campbell soup. Or some brand like it anyway. Couples? Cooper's. It's kind of hard to read. I think it's Cooper's. Yeah, Cooper's chicken soup. Papa Paula's Delights. Table of contents. Ingredients: water, gelatin, sweetener, tonic. Recipes: cake, drink, meat pie. I thought it said breed. Bread, spaghetti, bolognese, carbonara or alfredo, lasagna, Paula's Delight. Nutrition pouches. Acquire the following ingredients from the nutrition pouch dispenser. Water 3142. Convenient and stylishly modern pasteurized water sack, perfect for on the go while working rehydration. Nutrition pouches. Gelatin, enriched flavor, receptacle gel, created by ingenious kitchen artists for optimal mouthfeel. Chew before swallowing. Restricted item, captain access only. Sweetener. Oh, only the captain can access the sweetener. Sweetener to be used only for crew morale boosting activities. Celebration prohibited in case of mediocre performance. Tonic. Bitter and zesty tonic water made to spice up the bland. I wonder if we can actually do this. Cake recipe: Pony Express standard multicultural and multi-occasion celebration cake mix recipe. A party in a bag. One set of ingredients provided per haul. Communal birthdays are encouraged. So for the entire more than a year's worth of travel, you get enough ingredients for one cake. Preparing the cake with the culinary auto mixer. Mix water and gelatin. Mix cake base and sweetener. Enjoy Pony Express standard celebration cake. Do not consume more than 2 slices. Pony Express is not liable for any personal injury or sickness resulting from failure to adhere to company guidelines. Okay. Drink recipe. Well, it looks kind of nice. I'm sure it's not that nice, but water and tonic, drink base and sweetener. Enjoy Pony Express specialty mocktail drink. Okay, that's the end of the recipe thing. Cool. I was kind of not expecting that to actually be a thing. This must be the mixer, but obviously we don't have stuff for it. I'm assuming they'll actually let us fuck around with that. I just don't know that we can really do much of anything with it because I don't know how much we really have in the way of supplies. Good thing we had extra medical mattresses. The floor isn't that bad.
Polly says, the Pony Express going hard space Friday. Toolbar is one of our fastest and safest ships.
Okay. So it is just pronounced Polly. I thought it was like a slightly different pronunciation. They actually sell plushies of this guy. For kids, of course. For kids. I wanted to look at the Game Boy. Also, what is this magazine? Just a gaming magazine? Okay. Punctual deliveries are pride and promise no matter where you are. Late deliveries will be docked from personal credits. Polly says don't be daft. Proper preparation prevents accidents. It is your responsibility to keep yourself and the crew safe. Medical expenses will be docked from personal credits. Polly says lend a hand. Teamwork is the soul of success. When you have completed your tasks, always check on other tasks. HR complaints about poor team synergy may result in collective punishment.
Polly says, Mondays are the worst, but coworkers can make it better. Yay!
Mondays are the worst. Okay. Polly says, rise and shine. Sleep is the best rest after a long day of work. Earn that rest. Don't overdo it or fall behind. Do not indulge in over 5 hours of rest. Jesus Christ. Is that late stage capitalism for you, bro? All right. Open. Let's hold on. Let's talk to him first, I guess. be dead without this thing. Never thought I'd be thankful for Pony Express grub. This machine was empty even before the crash. Swansea saw to that. All right. Swansea's a coffee hog. I don't know what this game is. It kind of reminds me of Sorry a little bit. All right, you got anything to say? Looks like it'll be soup again for dinner. You want a rock, paper, scissors for the chicken noodle? Okay. How much food do we have left? I'd say like 4 months-ish. Less than the remaining air supply, but we can make it last, in theory. We'll be starting to poke new holes in our belts pretty soon to pull that off. Man, my mom will straight up stuff me when I get back. I'll look like Swansea. We'll have a rad story to tell, though. They might even write articles about us. We could be on TV. It'll impress the ladies, too. Hell yeah. The real problem is running out of toilet paper. Fatal stuff, man. We should leave that part out for the press. Yeah, probably a good call. Has Swansea been like this towards you for your whole internship? That's just how he is, man. Didn't want a spud like me following him around for an entire year. This isn't really the internship experience anyone had in mind. Don't let him push you around too much. His bark is worse than his bite. He may be cranky, but he is legit a wizard of a mechanic. I was like, you rock. So this is what years and years and years and years of experience look like. I'm sure he appreciated that. Maybe muting the stream for a bit, BRB, no worries. Did you find the scanner thing yet? I'd ask Anya about it. She's been reading the safety manual like a Bible since the crash. Okay, that's it. All right, what is this? Another gaming. Clown Mania. All right, is there something there? Okay. Insulation foam that was automatically discharged when the hull breached, blocked off the compromised parts of the ship, kept us alive. Cockpit, utility, and cargo, and then what was... Do I have, like, an objectives thing or anything? Probably not. I guess we just kind of explore. I know we were looking for the scanner, but... Medical. Okay, so she's in there. Just want to look around for a minute here. See what there is to be seen. Lounge, medical, cockpit, utility. Entry strictly prohibited to unauthorized personnel. Damage sustained to cargo will be deducted from crew pay. So this is the entrance to cargo, which we don't have the code for yet. Lounge. Does that just go back up to where I just was? Because I feel like I was in the lounge. Swansea. That goes to the cockpit. All right, we should probably talk to Anya first. Messed up. This vent has been busted forever, at least according to Swansea. Probably beyond wrecked now. These are all we have left. Take painkillers? No, I'll leave them there for the moment. Doesn't get a signal anymore. Unfortunately, Anya and Swansea's playlist survived the crash. Let's talk to her. He doesn't want to keep still anymore. What about the painkillers? It just hurts him so much. I can't stand the noise. You did make it through nursing school, right? Pony Express sure does know how to cut corners, if nothing else. I was thinking we never went back into the cockpit after we dragged him out. It's almost entirely foamed up. Kind of a miracle Curly didn't end up fossilized. But it could still be unusable. Or, sorry, unstable. I just think, well, it's the only place the code scanner could still be. Otherwise, we're shit out of luck. I'll take a look. I know you'll figure it out, Jimmy. You're so capable. Oh, also, well, I was hoping you could help me with Captain Curly. Right, sorry, with Curly's medication. People have to be worth their titles. Don't you think, Nurse Anya? Yeah, forget I asked. I'll take care of it. You gonna feed Curly his meds? He really suffers without them. Yeah. His bandages are also looking wet. I know. We're out of fresh ones. Oof. That's not good. Alright. $10 milligram oxycodone extended release capsules, the good stuff. Alright. Use. Hold still, yeah? I don't like this any more than you do. You know what they say. Pain is how we know we're still living. I can't bear to listen. Excuse me, sorry. Well, I guess we gave it to him. It was a little messed up sounding. I guess we had to, like, force it down. Okay, I was wondering if you could just, like, keep giving them to him. I assume not, but... We don't have a whole lot of painkillers left, but you still want to keep... Why do you think he did it? Does it matter? What answer would make you feel any better? I have to believe our worst moments don't make us monsters, Jim. I have to, even in his case. He tried to take us all down with him, Anya. The way I see it, there's two reasons to keep him alive at this point. Guess the important bit is that we all agreed to it for one reason or another. I'm still feeling nauseous. I need a minute. You don't have anything new to say, I assume. Okay. So theoretically, the cockpit is where we'll find the scanner. Thank you for helping with Curly. Did you find the code scanner? I hope it's still there. The cockpit is covered in foam. Okay, she has nothing else to say. Let's go take a look, and I guess we'll talk to Swansea in the process as well, since he's here. Actually, hold on. Let's look at the cockpit first. I have a feeling we'll have to talk to him. Get the code scanner, open the cargo hold. Yeah, everything was looking pretty foamy in here, except the utility closet is still openable. Run that flashlight, but although we kind of had like a flashlight automatically in the captain's little section, Should be useful if the main power shuts down. That's the generator. Okay, we would need his access code, I guess. Technically, I'm the captain now, so I should be authorized. Not sure that the ship cares about that, though. Shit, he moved. Swansea hasn't let anyone in utility since the crash. It says it's filled with foam. I have my doubts. I feel like he just doesn't want anyone in there. What'd you get to hide there, Swansea? What do you guys think we've been shipping? If it's spare parts, maybe me and Swansea can repair the ship and we can get out of here. Right, Swansea? Quit yapping. Come on, let's open it. This is so exciting. Well, get on with it. This is all you. I want it duly noted that I had no involvement in this. Lose your nerve, Jimbo? Just seeing what you had to say. Are we doing the right thing? Let it be medicine, food, or water.
Ranjo Stenja.
Hey, Lovejoy's comment. Thanks for the follow. Alright, I think that's all she has to say. Let's have a look here. Code scanner. Captain only used to reveal access codes across the toolbar. I need to shine this thing in exactly. Here we are. 4517. Hold up a sec. I'm just curious. So I don't know if we'll continue to have access to this afterwards or not. 739. There's nothing there, though. Is this like a submarine, a ship, or base or something? It's a ship. We are in space. But the ship collided with an asteroid. Alright, we need to open this, but I'm still just gonna... I don't know if we'll lose the code scanner after, so I just want to see if there's anything else we can potentially look at while we have it. Codes to scan. Doesn't look like it. I wonder if the coffee machine actually still makes coffee and Swansea just lied about it.
Polly says, another day in paradise. Yay!
It doesn't look like we have anything else we can scan to get access. I'm just gonna wonder because like the sweetener is supposed to be like captain access only, so I'm wondering like what you're supposed to, where you're supposed to even input that. All right, let's go open the cargo hold. Seven days before the crash. Are you listening? Yeah, damn. I'm so sorry. Couldn't sleep again, but I passed the psych eval. Well, you gave the same answers as last time. I do wish you'd open up a little more, Captain. These evaluations aren't just about you. As long as I'm fit to fly and your eyes on you. Oh, stop it. Guess that means I only have one more eval left to do. Jimmy? He acts as if I do these things for fun. Then I have to make a report with things like, I have found myself sexually excited at the sight of cartoon horses. Well, I could take it off your hands. Really? I've known him a long time. He won't try any bullshit with me. I suppose you are the captain. I am the captain. Thank you. What a relief. Oh, before I forget, Swansea asked me to give you this. They can't expect me to perform miracles. Written over some sort of to-do list. Not sure what it means, but sounds like fun. Take that voice clip out of context. There you go. There's some clip material for you. How's it going, Shadok? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Good luck, Captain. Let's see if she has anything else to say. Daisuke described his experiences as an intern so far as awesome, super cool, and like totally awesome. Like really awesome. Should I be worried? Okay, that's it. What else have we got here? Man, that looks so much nicer than the sunset color. I've been bringing the same playlist along for years. When it's right, it's right. Swansea and Daisuke have been fixing this broken vent for days. Best to stay away. Interesting art style. Yeah, it's I've had my eye on Mouthwashing for a while, ever since like I first saw it on Twitter a while back anyway, when they were the devs were announcing the demo for it, I think, or maybe even before the demo, I forget. This thing's been out of coffee for over a month. It's for the best. The caffeine keeps me up anyways. A trucker's kind of meals, kind of fast, kind of cheap, kind of edible. Anya and Daisuke get really intense about game night. He's always insanely lucky too. Drives her crazy. Wonder if he's been cheating.
Polly says, I rise above negative feelings and thoughts. I love who I'm becoming. How about you?
Our trusty food dispenser. Yeah, that's all foamed up in the present. Still can't really do anything with this thing at the moment. Not that we need to. Oh, I could have scanned this. Right. I guess we probably still can, but let's see what's got him worked up this time. 2341. Where we're inputting that code, I don't know, but if we even can. Maybe some sweetener will help things along at some point. Door to my quarters. I'm still on the clock, though. Alright, let's see who wants to talk here in the past while we were still Captain Curly. So I guess that's Jimmy. That's who we've been playing as. At least I assume so, because you look different. Yep. And Pony Express said they don't provide onboard entertainment. Feels like there's always something broken in that room. Tulpar is starting to show her age. Past inspection, right? Shouldn't be an issue. Plus they added Daisuke last minute. Didn't account that there'd be 5 of us now. I really should have made a bigger stink about that. Maybe you should intervene. Or we could just close the door. Your call. I should go help Swansea first. What is this? Just like an airlock or something? We'll help Swansea. First, I want to look around a little bit at the ship before it got all foamed up. Maybe Daisuke's in there with him, actually, because I didn't see him anywhere. Yeah, must be. All right, then. Down we go. Okay, I was wondering, I was going to say, it's not going to let me interact with the cargo room now, is it? Oh, yeah, he's back there. He's, like, stuck in a bunch of foam. Emergency cryogenic pods. They have about 20 years of backup power. $260 for the axe. I don't know if I'm supposed to actually do something with that note. Let's hold off there. Do not touch. Seems like Swansea is teaching Daisuke the basics. He's got a long way to go. Well, I can see the issue. The kid was brought on just to make me suffer. Intern my ass. I was just trying to fix the vent. How did that trigger the emergency foam? Because you're talented in all the wrong ways. I would have dealt with this, but only you can unlock the axe case. Every goddamn thing has to go through you. I'll handle it. Hang in there, Daisuke. Alright, so we do need the axe now. That's good. So I was wondering if this was going to be like an optional thing. Back in my day, we didn't have to go through a dog and pony show for every little thing. Might as well put our cutlery behind the lock. I think I got it. Yar. Hang in there, yeah? Okay. If they have anything else to say. Use axe. Closer. Try not to hit Daisuke with the axe, I guess. Probably wouldn't have let me anyway, but since he wasn't exactly injured in the present tense. Ouch. Ooh, strong stuff, huh? Get it through your goddamn skull. That vent is strictly off limits. Fully fucking collapsed inside. You looking to get impaled, electrocuted, and cooked? Yeah, but like, you can't fit in there to fix it, right? So I can totally handle it. Captain, give me the axe. No. Swansea, this could have damaged the pods. You can't let something like this happen again. Yeah, I got it. Loud and clear. Keep the axe until you've cleaned this all up, yeah? It's okay to be big, boss. My Gramps was super huge, and he lived until like 60. What are you standing around for? Clean this mess up. All right. Don't think there's anything else we can interact with. What is that? Oh, he's got a picture of a dog. wonder if we're going to somehow be able to use the cryopods. Swansea doesn't want us to come into this room, though, in the present. I take it Anya diagnosed you with being sane, then? Just off center, but it's what keeps me on my toes. I said I'd do yours. I want to hear all about those cartoon horses. Is that something you were born with, or a recent develop? Alright, shut up. Let's go to the cockpit. Little shuffle run going here. Oh, this is looping now. Back in another hallucinated memory, I guess. Why are we in Lunacid now? It's them painkillers, man. Former Captain Curly is, having some interesting dreams. I was wondering if these things were, like, coming at me. Sort of randomly floating around, but... I can't turn around. Big old door. Way off in the distance. Sorry, Jimmy. Took me a minute to get to the cockpit. I had a little detour there. Leave this here just in case. Jimmy bet me 50 credits this thing will never see the use outside of this locker. So far, he's winning. I wonder if the rope will just stay there the entire game. Not sure this geriatric thing would be any use in a real emergency. But Big Swan swears they're more reliable than anything it made this decade, huh? So what was this thing exactly? Oops. Oh, I can't zoom in. $7.39. I don't know what this is though. There's not actually a place to input the code. It's probably goes like into the console or some shit, but you can't just make something up for this. It's not like these evals ever go anywhere when we get back. We'll power through it. Have you been able to complete your mandated tasks as co-pilot efficiently and to your fullest capacity? Let's see. I'll just put good for that one. That's all of them. Done and done. How are things otherwise? Off the record. I like it. We're in control here. Didn't think you'd ever take to being a freighter pilot. I don't know, my brain wanted to read that weird. Didn't think you'd ever take to being a freighter pilot as well as you have. what with how you struggled back on Earth. Sure, all I ever hear is how great of a leader you are. Honestly, it's kind of annoying. So what is it? Hmm? How come it always seems like you're standing on the edge of a bridge with your feet in cement? Lately, I've just been thinking, is this enough? Should I just stay here because I've been successful at it? Good long-haul freighter captain? And that's bad? That's what I'm saying. It's not. But it's terrifying. I think, am I figured out? Is this all I'll ever be? Or do I take the risk and try something new? Even if I'm bad at it? I guess I get it. You reached the highest rung on this ladder, so now you're thinking you might be on the wrong ladder altogether. It's still a long way down from the top no matter how you look at it. While I'm still climbing and climbing. Something like that. But hey. You know, I believe in you. Here on Earth. Doesn't matter. You should write that on the psyche vow. Message incoming. Oh no, the big guys themselves. Guess that's my cue. See you later. Okay, where did that pipe out at exactly? Over here. Take news from corporate. After all the... We're skipping back to the present, probably. Wonder what that was supposed to say. Dragon breath.
A business operating at a steady profit can give its workers security and employee benefits. Operating at a profit, a business can provide the employee with comfortable, colorful working conditions.
I kind of don't want to switch away.
Steady employment. First aid and health protection.
Gulp.
Accident and life insurance. Time off for vacation. The employee working for a profitable business can maintain a savings account, own his own home, and have plenty of leisure to enjoy the peace and quiet of family life. When investors receive a business operating at a steady profit,
It's looped, okay.
security and employee benefits.
Wonder if it gets like fucked up.
Operating at a profit, a business can provide the employee with.
Let's see what else there is. Some light getting sucked into a black hole.
Here, in fact, is the answer to a dream as old as man himself. A giant of limitless power at man's command. And where was it science found that giant? In the atom. A particle.
No way for an employee to get any of those things these days. No.
100 billion atoms to
Definitely
make up the
not.
head of a pin. Just as other millions and quadrillions of atoms are the tiny building blocks which make up everything in the world. Ships and shoes.
Hey, welcome back, Sass. By the way, this TV is just quiet. I don't have shit turned down or anything. It's supposed to be like in the environment. Okay, so that looped. Slaughterhouse footage, I guess. Alright, that looped, I think. Just a little dancing guy. Little skeleton. Completely silent. A revolutionary new dental hygiene product. Brand new formula designed to kill bacteria and kill germs without leaving a bad taste. Dragon Breath Mouthwash. All day fire fresh. So maybe now the name of the game should start to come into focus for some of y'all. Alright. 2 months after the crash. This is mouthwash? Unfucking believable. There's gotta be an ocean of the stuff in here. This room looks freaking endless. This is what they'd have 5 people hauling for over a year? All of this? For mouthwash? The sugar content probably offsets any potential as disinfectant. Disinfectant? What are you... Let me see that. 14% ethanol? Ha! Ha ha! Suppose we will smell good at least? That's right, kiddo. You can bet your ass on that. What are you doing? Stop that. Wee-wee. Oh, shut up. I'm just an old codger taking care of his dental hygiene. You hear that? That's the sound of 15 years of sobriety popping like a cyst. A glorious, magnificent, red-hot cyst. Good riddance and cheers. To Captain Curly, here, here. Guess anyone could get seriously blasted off this stuff. Yeah, and kill you in the process. This can't be real. There's no way. Now we can go out in style. Daisuke, come here. Anyone ever teach you how to drink like a man? So we're quickly running out of food, but we have an ocean's worth of fucking mouthwash. 6 days before the crash. Break the news. I need to tell them. Back to playing as the captain, I guess, or the former captain anyway. Curly. Surprise! Surprise! Look at your face. Hey, gotcha. Cheers. Wow. What's the occasion? We only get one communal birthday party per trip, right? So we can have it whenever. Only one person can really be surprise birthdayed per trip. We did Swansea last haul, remember? No way. Can't believe I missed that. You were next on the list, so congratulations. Hate to say it though, your duties have to extend to even your own birthday party. You're the only one with clearance to make the cake. The recipe is there by the machine. Hop to it, Captain. Alright, bake a cake. Let's chat with everyone real quick. Did you sneak an extra packet of sweetener in there? Just kidding. Maybe? Nah, totally kidding. Unless... Hope the cake is tasty. Swansea already ate all the candy bars from the vending machines. I think you need to use the code scanner. They're really getting a lot of mileage out of that thing, huh? You know how it is. Pony Express being either cheap or lazy. Usually both, no? Wasn't there some scandal about the ingredients in the Pony Express food dispenser sacks? Actually, let's not think about it. You gonna use the Pony Express provided cake recipe? At least make it correctly. You should find the ingredients and recipe in the kitchen. Swansea really likes that cake. Don't tell anyone. The only joy I have left on this goddamn... What? Why are you still standing around? Get to it. Sorry for jumping you. This whole thing is corny, but you know, it's kind of a tradition now. I dare say I almost look forward to it. Nothing. Yeah, no, I agree. I hear they used to provide unrestricted amounts of sweetener and karaoke machines for halls. Things got violent. Okay. Let's go make a cake. So 2341. Oh, I never read this. After all these years, just like that. I guess I can't read it, though. But something from corporate is not good news. Alright, so we need the water, the gelatin, and the sweetener. With cake base. Mix water and gelatin is step 1. Take water packet. Guess that's what turns that on. I'm looking for the other shit. So I'm assuming this is what we make the cake on. I guess it just must be in here, but I didn't see like a code thing. So I can do it on the other thingy. Yep, okay. Take sweetener. That's kind of like, it's only 4 digits though. You'd think that wouldn't be that hard to break. Let's see what the others are. So we have sweetener. We just need gelatin is 4213. I don't know if the cake has its own thing or the cake base. Mix water and gelatin. I guess that just made the cake base. Okay. Plain cake. Mix cake base and sweetener. Half-finished birthday cake, safe for human consumption but lacks flavor. Huh. It even made the candles, which is a little, I don't know. You gotta make a speech. Can't argue with that. Speech, speech, speech. Go on. Hey, what's wrong? That's all it said on the report from management. We will receive the paycheck for this delivery. I don't know any more than that. Pony Express finally kicking the bucket, huh? What a joke. We're the punchline. I don't have any savings. They can't just do this, right? Pony Express was one of the last man crew freighter companies. The writing's been on the wall for a long time. When did they tell you? Earlier this week. I was instructed to wait until we're closer to the haul destination, but I can't keep something like this from you all. So I guess you got what you wanted without the guilt. Jim, if I had known, I can go back to my, how'd you put it, struggle of a life? Anya never got into medical school because she's, well, let's be real. And how many employment years Swansea got left in him? Daisuke will be fine. Mommy and Daddy have him covered, so there's that at least. But you, headed for bigger and better, right? I'm just working on my life, being a place I don't have to fucking escape. That's what I was trying to tell you, nothing more. We're the ones you're trying to escape. Leave the dirt behind now that your boots are clean. That's not what I meant. It is what you meant. You just couldn't frame it to yourself in a way that kept you as the hero. Abandon the crew, but remain the model captain. Unbelievable. What am I supposed to do? Let's have some fucking cake, huh? Props to the Twilight Cruise of the Tulpar. Props to our captain and his new prospects. Okay, Jim is definitely kind of an asshole. Take knife. Scan the cake. Large kitchen knife regulations say I should keep it locked up behind the scanner. Okay, there it goes. It's not how I expected to cut the cake. I'm moving the right analog stick back and forth. I thought I was just gonna be like holding X or something. 3 months after the crash. Who cuts a cake like that? Yeah, I know, right? Check on Curly. Daisuke is still asleep. Find Daisuke's employee card. It's all burnt up. I don't know if we'll find everyone's or not. I might have missed something by not talking to Swansea, like, before we get to the cockpit. Oh, these things are all broken now. These rations have to last us a long time. We just need to have discipline. See, we've been getting into the mouthwash stash quite a bit already. Let's go downstairs before we go to medical, just to see what we can find. School next to Daisuke. Yeah, I saw the Game Boy there earlier. You certainly do be moaning a bunch. Swansea hasn't let anyone in utility since the crash. The message has not changed. He says it's filled with foam. I don't buy that shit. I'm sure it's not. It's not to the degree that he's pretending it is. I don't know if I should talk to them or Curly first. I'm not sure if anything will change. Let me just go check on him. I don't know if this game has more than one ending or if it's just kind of like a singular narrative. So I don't know if you can do things in the wrong order aside from just finding the ID cards, maybe. Yeah. OG Game Boy, or whatever they call it in this. Since it would likely have a knockoff name. Just a handful left. Once these are out, we'll have nothing to keep him quiet. But you could have fucked up the cake. Maybe? I didn't really seem to have an option. I tried all the buttons, and only the sawing the analog stick back and forth seemed to do anything. I don't know if he's been given his medicine yet. Find Anya. Okay, now we have to actually talk to them, because we don't want to give him too much. You meant the recipe? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, possibly. Maybe we could have put some tonic in there or something. No, I understand completely. If that's how it has to be. Hmm? Oh, it's you. Jimmy, not able to sleep either? It's nighttime. Why are you talking this late? Anya, are you crying? No, don't worry, I'm okay. We all need to keep it together. Oh, I'm keeping it together. Don't you worry, Captain. He's making noises again. Did you give him his meds before, Anya? No, must have slipped my mind. I'm sorry, I'll do it. No, really, I'm perfectly okay. I said I'll do it. Wonder if they've even noticed we're missing back at headquarters. It'd take a rescue ship so long to get here. It'd be another freighter they could divert to try and find us. It's not inconceivable. I suppose you're right. Hey, Dodo, how's it going? This by the name seemed really goofy. It's not goofy, is it? No, it's I mean, it's got some humor to it, but it's definitely horror. Getting a lot of use out of that right now. Force a habit. Don't overthink it. Okay. I really definitely don't trust Swansea about a number of things now. I would not be surprised if he's been like hoarding food in utility. Not to mention there's cryopods in there that are supposed to last for 20 years, so it's possible that they got all foamed up or damaged, and you know, but maybe there's like one working one and he just wants to play things out and then use that. Alright, Curly. It's alright, bud. Come on, stop with the noise. Damn it. I know what everyone is thinking. The way they look at me. What could I even say? And then, what would she do? Damn it. Here we are now, me in the driver's seat. Thanks for that. Open up. Hope these make you feel fucking better. I'm gonna play this sound effect every time. Oh, that was way more violent sounding than the first time. Jimmy's definitely fucking losing it. I mean, I expect most people would lose it after, I don't know how long it's been, but quite a while. They've run out of food or are running out of food. They're all hopped up on fucking mouthwash. Like how the eye actually kind of like tracks the cursor a little bit. Cheap viewers. We don't need none of them. Oh. It's transitioning. Thanks, Dodo. Appreciate it. Okay, when are we now? This seems... I mean, this might just be a dream, but there's... Okay, so this is just a bunch of, like, just piles of bottles, empty bottles everywhere. Fuck you, chicken strips. We should have some. Why? It's mediocre at best, obviously. Sometimes you can only get the subpar stuff. That's what makes the really good stuff, well, good, right? Why bother? Hey, we all tried to escape. Didn't work for any of us. I've thought many times, is this what peace feels like? And is good enough? If I'm being real, it certainly isn't the best. So all I can do is try and make my life one I'm not trying to run from all the time. Sometimes I'll be promoted, buy a house, fall in love. But other times, I'll just have some awful fucking cake with my friend. Right now, that sounds pretty brilliant, yeah? So, if If you'll do the honors. Right. Let me go find a knife. Find a knife. That's a lot of bottles. Sure is dark down here. Oh, no utility closet for me. Alright, got me knife. Feast. Standard issue utility axe. Alright then. Let's go cut a cake. I'm driving me mom's knife. Beep beep. Trippy. Somebody knocked the head off the Polly statue. Time to cut the cake. Thinking before that sawing motion, and the cake is more appropriate for flesh. Yeah. All right, buddy. "4 months after the crash. Check on the crew." I don't know how much of that was hallucination / dream or... But, alright, hold up. Daisuke? How many have you had? This will kill you before anything else? I know. My mom found this internship for me. Such a slacker, she said. I don't know. I just never knew what I wanted to be. Never was good at anything. Total screw up. We're not done yet, Daisuke. I just hope she doesn't blame herself. Please, just take it. I don't want to look at this stuff anymore. I want to be alone, if that's okay. Sorry. Still not able to get into the utility area. Feeling that length of rope is going to come into play at the end of the game. I guess we'll see. Go up the other way if I can. mouthwash. Kills 99.9% of all germs. Bad breath ain't nothing but a dream. Give him the mouthwash. It says I can't use this here. It says use a bottle of mouthwash. I guess we can drink it ourselves, probably. I just wondered if it would let me give it to him. Still gotta look for people's ID cards. I haven't really seen any other ones yet. We found Anya's and we found Daisuke's, but we haven't found Swansea's or Jimmy's or Curly's, if any of those are possible to find. You are entirely too comfortable with that axe, buddy. Oh, there we go. Find Swansea's employee card. I do wonder if we could have just fucked up the cake. What was that? Couldn't quite hear you, pal. Yeah, I imagine everybody started fucking hating this mascot after a bit. He's been blasting this music all night. At least I think it's night. Hard to tell anymore. There's the big man himself, Jimbo. Listen. This is the camera angle for sure. This is the best part. Away. You're a mess, Swansea. It'll be all the sad motherfuckers with the tulpa in the sky with diamonds. Captain Jimmy pulling the plug on the party before the last call. Where'd that kid run off to? He's got to work on his stamina. Party's over here, haha. Away. Anya. Ah. Oh, he startled me. Sorry. No worries. Thinking about drinking that too? Honestly, yeah. It'd probably just make me feel sick. Wouldn't fix anything. As much as I'd like it to. Right. Hey, I was thinking, did you know that not all the medicine aboard was in my office? We store some in a storage locker in the hallway. Why haven't you brought this up earlier? It was phoned up. I didn't think it was possible to reach it, but I've been estimating the position of the foam. I think the medicine depot locker isn't too far into the mass of it, so we could try to break it down. One strike too many on a weak spot. We'll all get sucked into space. I think it's worth the risk. If nothing else, it's an excuse to get Swansea to hand over the axe. See the phone by the hallway to medical? You can kind of see the locker in there. Alright, let's see if we get sucked into space, I guess. Jimbo! El Capitano, the man with the plan. You done? I need that. Oh, this old thing? This was entrusted to me by our previous tragically inclined leader. Big responsibility. But you know all about that, huh? I'm going to try and get some more painkillers. Do something useful, you know? Oh, I heard all about it. You're looking to pull the plug on this party early. I'm trying to save us. Take matters in your own hands, eh? Be my guest. Nice job, buddy. don't you just have a little sit down? I think I already feel the ship rumbling and tumbling through space again. Ah, Back to the Future. Take that. Okay, just thought maybe she had something else to say. All right then. Okay. I had to find out. Wait, hold on. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't an option. Take isopropyl alcohol. Oh, she snuck up behind us. Anything else to say there, chum? Pure alcohol for medical use only, potentially deadly to ingest. 500 milligram. Paracetamol extended release capsules. Okay. Oh, wow, Jim. You did it. Yeah, it actually wasn't that hard once I figured it out. Amazing, really. Sure. I hate to ask you again, but could you give Curly his painkillers? It still just makes me so nauseous. You're not serious. Look, I've entertained your sentimentality up until now, but I'm trying to actually fix things, Anya. Take responsibility. I'm getting us through this. It's find the code scanner, then figure out the door code, get the axe, chop up the foam, but not too much. And best of all, give Curly his fucking medicine. This all became objectives. But I'm bearing it. I have to. Because the captain has to take fucking responsibility on this goddamn ship. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Go make sure Daisuke doesn't choke on his own vomit. No, I'll take care of it, Anya. I always do. Ibuprofen, but in British. In British. Just look. Is it gonna let me poison him? Okay, I don't know what all we can do, so I'm just trying things. I don't necessarily want to do some of those things, but I don't think I understood the pressure you were under before. Fucking you tried to tell me. Worst moments don't make us monsters, huh? You were a good captain, Curly, and you'll be one again. I'll get us both through this. I don't know if he's going to be a captain after this, unless here in the future they got some extremely advanced medical regenerative fucking capabilities. This man's missing both of his hands and feet, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the ice purple might be for Swansea. He's also, I'm pretty sure he's missing his right eye. Doesn't have much control over his body either, and all of his skin is gone, so. Yeah, no nose, no skin, no real face. 6 hours until judgment. Jimmy, get the fuck out of here. You can't hide. I'm taking the rope. shaking. Chop you into 20 fucking pieces. Alright, I got a metal pipe. Hold on. It's strong enough to be repurposed. I don't know where I'm supposed to do anything. I don't think you would make a bow out of metal pipe and a thick nylon rope. I understand it kind of looks like one, but just barricading the door. Two days before the crash. All right, so we're Curly again. You doing okay? Yeah, I can't sleep. I know how that is. I just toss and turn, or stare at the ceiling all night. I actually kind of like the nighttime window screen, if you can believe it. So I just come look at it sometimes. If you look really, really close, you can see there's a dead pixel in the upper right corner. And so? Nope, don't see it. In the back of my mind, it's always there. Now I'll go bonkers looking for it. Cheers. I don't think it ruins the illusion, though. It's peaceful. But maybe I'm just used to looking at the bigger picture. How many days of transport do we have left? Let's see, off the top of my head, around 237 days. Just under 8 months. Hey, why do you think Pony Express put a lock on the medical room door, but not in the sleeping quarters? I suppose for the same reason they put a lock on the cockpit. Safety. After the crash. Not sure why you guys let Swansea get his axe back there. Jimmy, help! Jimmy, it's a total emergency. Calm down, what is it? Anya is stuck in medical. The door won't open. What if she runs out of something? Right. Let's go have a look. Wait, do you have anything else to say? Hurry, we gotta hurry. Go, go, go. Okay. Okay. I'm going. Anything in here? Nope. Already been cleaned out. Anya, I brought Jimmy. We're here to rescue you. Don't worry. Don't panic. Probably gonna need to get the axe or something. Just following me now? That's weird. It's weird, he just sort of like appears behind me when I turn around sometimes. Don't need to go here right now. Whoa. Okay. I heard the lock's broken. Hey, Anya, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you, Jimmy. The rest of our medicine stash is in there too. Damn, this could be bad. Did you try to really put your back into it? Any wrenches laying around? How heavy is the med kit? Anya, is the door stuck? No. Huh? What do you mean? Look, we're all stressed, but you can't go breaking down at every little hardship. Open the damn door. You were right. You were right all along. I should have done this from the beginning. I always believed that our worst moments didn't define us, didn't make us beyond repair. You think I wanted this either? Make no mistake, this isn't my worst moment. Far from it. It's the best decision I'll ever make. Open the door. I'll take care of it. Anya! What does that mean? Curly is still in there with her, right? Yeah, you don't think... Daisuke. You and Swansea know if, the internals of the ship better than anyone. There's absolutely no other way into medical? Well, Swansea said it was strictly off limits, like super mega not allowed above all else. Utility room. A busted vent in there loops into medical, but I mean, technically a person could totally fit through it. If that's the only way we'll make it work. You listening, Anya? Fine. Come on, Daisuke. I have a feeling that's not gonna work out well. Gosh, man, oh man, I don't like this at all. What could Anya be thinking? We should go check that utility, right? Honestly, they should have put Curly out of his misery a long time ago. Probably. Interesting, I still have some stuff here. Anything in the cockpit before I check on Swansea here? We're not going to be able to just open the door, I'm sure. I guess this stuff just has to stay in here until later now. He's not looking so great. Gosh, man, I don't like this at all. Swansea, we need your help. I know you said utility was dangerous, but I'm good right here, fellas. You know I'm not letting you in there. Off limits. Look, if there's any possibility, Jimbo, letting you scratch that foam would all be, wall would be useless. You only tear this goddamn ship a new asshole. Nothing to be done about it. Bad luck. Tail missed the donkey. But Swansea, this could be really bad. Just hear us out. We're God's hand-picked favorites on this here planet, I reckon. Means we get to name it. So let's hear it for Wake Rock. Whatever's going on anywhere else ain't my problem. Since I'm the happiest man Wake Rock has ever seen. Let's just go, Daisuke. There's no point with him. You should have fucking kept that axe, dude. 8 hours until judgment. Don't do anything. Stop, stop. I can fix this. Why do you keep fucking saying that? Are you hearing yourself? I'm sorry. We still have disinfectant, right? The only one from the extra medical stash? Or the one? Get it now. Cocktail, The cocktail? What are you blabbering about? That was your fault. You would never have... I had no choice. You useless, you goddamn fucking idiot. There has to be something else. Find disinfectant. So we used the fucking isopropyl alcohol to make a drink. Mixed it with some mouthwash, I guess. Which already has ethanol in it. It's half wonder you're not fucking blind, bro.
Polly says.
I think you tried to poison Swansea, maybe. Whoa. I don't know what that's all about, but we'll look around real quick. Let's see. We're dreaming. What does that say? Semper something in Latin, I think. Can I click on it? Need the code scanner. Interesting. I assumed we were dreaming. Would take responsibility. It keeps pushing me backwards every time I try to go that way. Just have to head into the cargo hold. Or to Swansea, but let's go into the cargo hold, I guess. Although, I don't know. It seemed like the cargo hold was kind of like our actual destination, so maybe Swansea was just someone we could talk to along the way. I haven't seen any other ID cards. I don't know if we even can find any more at this point or not. Probably, but again, could have missed them too. This room is super trippy. It's like, he just doesn't want to see what's going on over there. The fucking textures get smeared depending on where I look. Oh, the vent is open. Interesting. I'm already looking in here. At least try to make yourself useful. God damn it. At least he made it out to the other side. Can still help him. I guess, so he must have gone through the vent. Maybe. And I guess he got injured in the process. It doesn't look like he got necessarily exposed to space, because he'd probably be a bit more dead if that were the case, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, we're just straight up dreaming, I think, because I don't think cargo was ever this big. This is a really interesting game, honestly. The narrative is definitely kind of unique. Blind beast, aimless and restless, you can't run from it. He said we can't run from it, but I'm gonna run anyway. Not that we're actually really running like from anything, because I don't see anything to run from, but that's just distortion. Okay, I get it. Be quiet. Wonder if we need to follow the blood trail or something here. There's no like sneak. I kind of figured running was probably a bad idea, but I didn't know like if there was actually going to be a mechanic to this or not. Oh, you actually have an appearance. Alright, so we can't just follow the blood. Does this change? This might be part of the beast here. Yeah, I mean, I thought about pausing too. I just wasn't. Kind of like ended up right in front of it last time. Again, it seems like we should be following the blood, but I don't know because it just dead ends here. But we can go around. I feel like it's actually just underneath us, but if you move around when it's like close to where you are on your level, then it comes up and gets you. Running just attracts it faster. The effect is like it is in Lords of the Fallen, but cool. Yeah. I don't know how silent I actually need to be here, but I'm trying to keep an eye on the boxes to see where it's going. So it feels like you can't really see the thing unless it actually starts chasing you. There's like little bits of it or something to see with the scanner when we get close. They're like stationary parts. I do like the Umbral stuff in Lords of the Fallen. I mean, obviously, that same sort of mechanic is done, or similarly done in Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, long before it. Okay, we picked up the blood trail again. Oh, it's the donkey, just super fucking distorted. Anyway, yeah. Have to go around again. That way. Oh, you actually can see it. It just like kind of goes just over you. The sexy ones Jimmy dreamt about? Yeah, I guess. Go away, you fucking donkey. Wait for it to like back away, I think. Issue that I'm like running into here is that it keeps like kind of being close to me and then not really backing away. Lords of the Fallen had so much potential. Why is it kind of shit instead? Yeah, like I really wanted to like that game, but it just feels like it just felt too much like, you know, it condensed so many of the things that I really don't like about Dark Souls 2. Like, cause I still like Dark Souls 2 overall as a game, but there's a lot of things that really hold it back for me, especially as a Souls game. And Lords of the Fallen just kind of being like a Souls-like, and incorporating that sort of like Legacy of Kain sort of otherworld thing. See you up there. Get out of here. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of sugar in this. Well, maybe not a lot, but I see he's actually like injured here. I don't know if he's injured elsewhere too. He's kind of like holding his shoulder. I'm sorry. I messed up. Don't try to talk. I did 3 playthroughs. The second and third are so much faster, especially if you do New Game Plus without the difficulty increase. Cut up all over from the vents. Yeah, it's hard to tell with the red light filter, but yeah, I can at least see like 1 or 2 gashes on him. 5 months after the crash, so before all that. I think the vent and utility connects to medical, but you heard what he said. Going in there now. It's too unstable. Trying to break the foam could risk the air seal. I just don't want to fuck up again like I did before. You heard Anya. I wouldn't put it past her to do something extreme right now. You and me, Daisuke, we can save Curly, yeah? Swansea won't help, so we'll figure it out ourselves. Right, alright, yeah. We got this. Even before the foam, how do we even get the door to utility open? Swansea's been practically camping in front of the door, and he has the key. I have an idea. You're gonna have to trust me. We need to knock him out. Okay, yeah, so that probably is where the isopropyl comes in. The cocktail. You're gonna fight him? No. Even he has to have his limits when it comes to booze. We make him pass out. Simple, safe. He might not even realize we did anything after the fact. There's a recipe for a mocktail in the kitchen. We can follow the steps but use different ingredients to add kick to it. Come on. This kind of feels like a heist movie. Ain't as fun as in real life, man. Ain't as funny in real life. Let's take a look around for ID cards here. Take sweetener. Okay. You just been fucking laying with that in your bed? Found everybody else's except for Jimmy's and Curly's, if they even have ones you can find. I would assume that you can, but I don't know. Let's have a quick look around here. This is still going to be locked. Let's try knocking anyway. Anyway, yeah, so I still plan to revisit Lords of the Fallen since it was one of the incentives from the last stream anniversary. So I'm hoping, you know, it'll be enjoyable to some degree, whether I do it in co-op or solo. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one because I did play like half of the game thereabouts off stream. Like I played interesting. You can like maybe shut this again. I don't remember what the code was though. I guess I don't really want to lock you in there anyway. I guess we have mouthwash already. I was gonna see if we need to pick up more, but it's weird that that we can interact with that door, though. Taking a teach my intern now. I personally try to educate based off years of experience. That's just me, Captain. Jumped the gun a little bit there. Any ID cards or anything? Oh no. The thing is, the thing for this code was like a little, I don't know if it was like a black box or whatever, but it's gone. So I don't know that there's anything we can ever do with that anyway. Because even the one time it was there, like in the past, that I could scan it and look at it, like I couldn't actually interact with it at all. Alright, let's go. Anyway, yeah, so I played through like half of that game, and I eventually just kind of got fed up with like I kind of really just wasn't really having a lot of fun with it at the time. Like I played a stream of it before I did my off-stream stuff, just because I wanted to stream a full playthrough and was like, I'm not really enjoying it that much, but maybe I'll try giving it another shot off stream, and if I like it, then I'll resume it or start over. And I just kind of kept playing mostly as like just to kind of see what I'd feel about it. And there were like some fun boss fights and shit, but like I kind of just felt like all the areas felt like extreme slogs to get through. Because like after the last, you know, after like the 50th fire nail skeleton dude that just shoots machine gun nails at you, like I forget what those guys are actually called, but you know, you kind of get tired of like running into a lot of the same enemies, and they do put new ones in there, don't get me wrong. Like they have quite a handful of different enemy types in the game, but you run into lots of the same ones. I want to say they're called like proselytes or something like that, but yeah, those guys, like, they throw way too many of them at you, and they are just always annoying to fight, so it tends to just be easier to, like, hang way back and just snipe at them if you can, or whatever, just use whatever cheap tactics you can. Because they use extremely cheap tactics against you. And most of their enemies were not that bad, but it just often felt like, you know, you get to a new area and just be like, all right, how many, like, millions of enemies do I have to get through before I make any progress in this for the next shortcut? You know, like if the areas just aren't really very fun to get through, and you know, you just kind of like hope to find the next boss as soon as possible, or really just the checkpoints as soon as possible. And that's kind of how I feel oftentimes when I play Dark Souls 2, like more especially Scholar of the First Sin, but like at least in Dark Souls 2, like I had some fun with the exploration, especially early on. Whereas with Lords of the Fallen, like I quickly, like any fun that I had exploring that game, like started to really rapidly evaporate, because it just felt like there was always a million enemies to go through. And the whole umbral mechanic seemed cool, but then every time you go in there, it's just like, here's hordes of the same fucking zombie-esque enemies that just are always there and always in your way. And again, I've already mentioned how like I don't like the mechanics for like, if you're gonna make it a Souls-like, you could at least give just regular weapon slots to be able to equip spellcasting implements and ranged weapons or whatever, and just have the lantern be its own thing. But instead they're just like, we're going to give you one ranged weapon slot / spellcasting tool slot. You can't have both. And it also is the same thing you use for your lantern, so you can have it equipped alongside the lantern, but if you want to use a ranged weapon, or if you want to throw things, or if you want to cast spells, that just gets equipped in its own little unique slot, which means you have to put the lantern away to use it, and you can only have one at a time, instead of just normally like putting it on the side, like in one of your hand slots like you would in a Souls game, which I find to be like a very bizarre choice, because it just makes it really awkward to use ranged weapons. And you know, it's fine if the game is meant to be balanced around melee, but so is Dark Souls 1. So is every Dark Souls, you know, game, really. Even Elden Ring to a smaller extent. I mean, Elden Ring is less balanced around melee, because they did try to make casting and even ranged combat a lot more viable, but still most of the combat is still kind of melee oriented. but they still allow you to kind of equip shit normally and not be like limited by like a special slot thing that has to also share a slot with a tool that you need to use just to explore. I just found that to be like a very like, you know, self-limiting design choice. Like, I don't know why they would do that. All right, this and maybe mouthwash. And then I guess we'll try mixing it with sweetener to make it tasty. Rough mix of mouthwash and isopropyl alcohol. Not even Swansea would drink this. A mockery of sugar. Take spiked cocktail. Mocktail spiked with isopropyl alcohol here for a good time, not a long time. Alright. Well, let's go on over there. We never did get any tonic. If I do ever try to like play through this again, if there are any other achievements or even just multiple endings to get, I do want to see if I could get tonic and try putting that into the cake or something like that, because there's only like 4 food packet dispenser things. One's water, one's gelatin powder, and then one is sweetener, that's the locked one, and then the other is tonic, I think. There might have been another one that I'm forgetting, but I should have tried the tonic in it just to see what would happen, if it would let me. Obviously we can't do that now because the food dispenser thingy is completely covered in foam, but you good? Huh? Oh yeah, I'm all good, man. Fuck is that? Look, we need to keep working together. If this is how I can get us through this without us being at each other's necks all the time, then yeah, give it here. Dick. We kind of freestyled the recipe. Yeah, I can tell you had a hand in this monstrosity, kid. You ain't no mixologist. Sure as hell ain't no mechanic either. You never should have come here. Who the fuck even decided to let you on board, huh? Stick the idiot with a bunch of sad sack adults and see what he learns, eh? Bootstraps and all that. What a load of horseshit. Think it's all going somewhere, but every failure leaves you a little more mangled than before. Older, uglier, meaner. Smarter in a worse way. Wallowing doesn't suit you, Swansea. Suppose you think we should all be acting like you, our hard-working, esteemed captain? I say take a load off before the sun finally sets on this party. May we never go to hell, but always be on our way. I'll say, hey Anna, how's it going? Sorry, I'm late. Woke up 35 minutes ago. No worries. I hope you had good sleep. That worked fast. I love how he actually has like a little swan on his utility room key. Swansea's key for the utility room and never leaves his person. Can't tell what the writing says on it. Oh man. Is he still breathing? He practically bounced off the ground. He'll be fine. His tolerance has to be through the roof by now. Probably just wake up with a massive headache. Oh man, he's gonna be so mad. Never get a good reference now. Oh. A little bit too good sleep. I gotcha. Chunk. Captain, you sure about this? Maybe we could talk with Swansea when he's cleared up a bit later. He's just like really into workplace safety and stuff sometimes, you know? He's just like totally cool and stuff, I think. He taught me it's time to be brave, Daisuke. Girlie and Anya are counting on us. Wait. Whoa, it's like barely foamed up at all. Fucking knew it. Hey, it's those things I've never been inside one. What are they called again? Cryostasis pods. Oh yeah, these things are far out. Totally sci-fi. Well, looks like this one still works. How long can these things even keep you frozen? 20 fucking years. Can't believe Swansea managed to clear all the foam from here. He didn't. What? Think about it. Swansea never let you work with him on breaking the utility room foam wall, right? No, it needed to be handled delicately. He said I have way too much athletic strength in my arms. I would have just torn right through the foam. I was like, damn, makes total sense. Bummer. So I've been in charge of the kitchen instead. He said it's next level critical to keep stock and organized every day. And we double, triple, fourtuple check everything, like all the time. Right, of course, he never told you he'd gotten in here. No, but look how busy he must have been. There was never any foam here. Swansea has known the whole damn time. Just taking a load off before the sun finally sets on this party, huh? That boozed up bastard's been biding his time until he can save himself. Would getting the pod really mean you'd get rescued? 20 years more of a chance to get found? I'd take those odds over our current situation, not like this, though. Not by lying through my teeth while waiting for everyone else to die. No, man. That just can't be right. I'm sure there's a reason. We'll ask him about it when he wakes up. We'll deal with him after. Right now we have a job to finish. The vent looks like it's still in one piece. Oh, check out those sparks. Need to imagine how gnarly it looks on the inside. Could be somewhat collapsed in places. You could make it through. We need to try it. Once he said it's not safe. I know he forgot to tell us about the pod, but he knows like everything about this kind of stuff. Maybe we should just wait for him to wake back up. You said you could handle it. Swansea taught you well, right? Time to prove it. He'll be impressed when he wakes up. Proud. He'll understand why we had to do this, then he can explain himself. Think so? Daisuke. Everyone's counting on you. Captain's orders. Yeah, I got this. Okay, here we go. So obviously he gets hurt doing this. Let's see if we can quickly look around here to find anything while waiting. I fucking knew he was lying about those shit too. Anya? What did you do? I wonder if he actually didn't even get hurt in the vent and it was actually her. She just got startled by him or something. All right, one day before the crash. Still broken. She couldn't have hit it here. Find the gun. What gun? Okay. Gun. Looking for potential ID cards, too. I don't think I've ever seen what Curly looks like without the bandages. So I don't know if we would find an ID card for him anyway, except for maybe at the end, possibly. But I still haven't found one for Jimmy either, so... Sick. Yeah, tonic was the only other one. 1324. I wonder if it'll actually... Trusty food dispenser. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it now. I do wonder if we could have put tonic in the cake or something and messed it up, or even just made it better somehow accidentally. Already checked here. I mean, it's your own quarters. Gave Old Man Bunny a complete grooming session last night. Nail trimming, hair cutting, and cleaning, where he has a hard time cleaning himself. Need to cut Avocado's nails too, but she hates to be picked up. I gotcha. Hold up. We're still looking for IDs and shit, if we can potentially find anything else before we talk to her. Utilities still locked, despite the fact that this was before the crash. It's just gonna go up to the lounge. Alright, well. We will go see Anya then. Anyway, yeah, we definitely will play Lords of the Fallen again at some point. I don't know if it'll be in co-op or solo, but I think co-op would be more fun, but we'll see how it goes. Reading printed from the navigation computer, detected abnormal asteroid trajectories along the route. Course corrections might be required during transit. For fuck's sake, where is it? Us being let go isn't a reason to hurt yourself. Anya, as our nurse, you never got psych evals. I should have thought of that. You could have come to me if you were feeling stressed. What would you have done? Anything. Anything. You, the crew, are all my responsibility. I told you so over and over, yeah? I'm not going to hurt myself. You know the gun is in a safety case I can't open, but I hid the case itself. Tell me where it is. None of this has to be on our performance log. We'll figure it out together. You're pregnant. You're what? Who would you... Captain. I told you. Listen to me. We can fix this. I've known him for a long time. I'll talk to him. I know you'd never give me the gun to protect myself, so the least I can do is make sure he never gets it either. Talking about Jimmy now? I am kind of wondering if the captain even actually is the one who set us on the crash in the first place. It might not have been him. We're led to believe that's the case. He should be like, hold up, don't have your mental breakdown just yet. 6 hours until judgment. The bleeding won't stop. Just try to stay still, Daisuke. I need a second to think. We can fix this. Hey, kid, you hear me? Daisuke? Hey, stop. Stop. Don't move. It's alright, Daisuke. Calm down. This line of work, you never become like miserable old Swansea. What a tragedy. Decades of hauling ass for Pony Express, big mighty bruiser with all his shiny tools. This is where it got me. The good life, huh? Thought you were dumber than a can of paint, always just chewing my ear off about nothing. Useless ray of goddamn sunshine. Not an A student, career worker, horse, or force of ambition. Just a damn good kid trying his best. Could have taught an old fool like me a lot. Close your eyes, Daisuke. Monster. I could have fixed him, Swansea. I have to do everything myself. Can't any of you just give me some time to fucking think? How do you still not understand? It's over. End of the fucking line. You won't suffer one more second because of your delusions. Unbelievable. Stop pretending. I know all about your plan, Swansea. I went to utility. I saw what you've been hiding down there. Sneaking around with that axe, telling Anya who knows what. Now this? Making sure you're the one who gets inside that cryopod. Huh. I sure did talk to Anya, but it was her telling me all sorts of things instead, wasn't it? Shouldn't a captain go down with his ship? Not that it matters anymore. I ain't got no place to be. I got everything I could ever want right here on this ship. So go ahead and get in that pod. If you ever get found, you can tell them whatever fucking story you like. You've earned it. Get the gun. I don't know if maybe Jimmy is an unreliable narrator here. Like, the captain may have, like, just out of depression tried to set us on the crash course or something, but the more flashbacks I see with Curly, the more that doesn't seem overly in character for him. And, you know, certainly Anya maybe could have done it, but Jimmy might actually make the most sense. Doesn't mean Swansea's a good guy either, but, you know, again, we're led to believe Jimmy's just sort of, like, level-headed enough. He's got, like, the axe wound, like, right in the middle of his face. Jeez. Still out. Oh, shit. She OD'd. Alright. He's still alive. Oh, so that's... Okay, now I understand the... I don't remember what the code is. We're gonna have to get there and scan it, and then I guess maybe we have the chance to shoot Swansea as he's breaking through the door if I can do it fast enough. Unless we can just go off memory. Open the Pony Express protection kit without returning to the cockpit. Okay, so we just changed things, I think. Take a gun. Pony Express personal protection weapon issued to captains in case of unrest amongst the crew. Not yet. Can't really interact with him at this point. Still never found Jimmy's ID. But yeah, I do wonder, like, there might be other endings or things that happen here, but... Jimmy... 0 days before the crash. Need to go to the cockpit. Let's talk to her first, then. I'm still just trying to see if I can find IDs. I don't know if it's necessary for anything, but... I told him, Anya, you should have waited for me. You should have waited. What did he say? Nothing that makes any difference. Did he seem angry? Where did he go? He just walked away. Curly, I don't want him in here anymore. Hold on. Fuck, just wait. I need to find him. Everything's going to be okay. That's Jimmy there. Jim, I can fix this. What do you think will happen when we get back? Hmm? We can figure all this out, you and me. All I ever hear is how great of a leader you are. God, it's so annoying. But now, what do you think will happen now when we get back? We'll fix this together. Everything you and I worked for in our lives, accomplishments, changes, none of it will matter. You've gotten through difficult situations before. This time won't be any different. Work through it one day at a time. It's not just me, is it? You were supposed to be the one who had everything under control. You said so yourself. The ship, this crew, everything that happened here. This was your responsibility, Captain. That is what you'll be hearing for the rest of your life. Or this can all be remembered as a tragedy. Despite what must have been the best efforts of its acclaimed captain, the Tulpar crew was never found. No one survived to tell the tale. Oh, now we actually get to see what he looked like. You're standing at the top. Feet in cement. I get it now, right? Right. Kills 99% of germs is what's flashing there. I'll take care of it. Jim, tell me you didn't. I didn't. What the fuck did you do? Yep. All right. It's pretty much, whoa, 1 hour before judgment. I don't assume, unless Anya suddenly woke back up. I mean, she's not there, but shit. Woohoo! Happy birthday, Captain. This rocks. Here, here. To Captain Jimbo. Come on. You have to give a speech. Go on, have at it. Better make it good. Hell yeah. Our captain, Captain Jimmy. We only have one choice. Can't do anything else by the looks of it. Can't stand up. Get the job done. It's weird how, like, I go to the menu and then their, like, heads snap back up. Like, their heads are going back to center when I'm in the menu. Oh, Jesus. Here we go again. Just like you would have used on... This is totally how you cut cake, guys. A lot of people struggle to put food on their plates, but this wasn't enough, right, Captain? That. The lowest rung of your ladder is our highest, until it was all swept from under your feet. Life isn't even worth living at the same level as us. But I forgive you. All of us do. I won't give up on you, even like this. I believe in you. We're going to make it through this. Sometimes we thrive, travel the endless reaches of space, but other times we just have to accept days like these. You taught me that, Curly. Let's eat. Let's survive. Take responsibility. Yeah, Jimbo. He started off as, you know, like, 'cause he seemed to obviously be kind of the point of view character. So you just would assume that, like, you know, this was a tale about people just kind of going mad. But yeah, I kind of guessed early enough there that the captain may have either not caused the crash or, you know, we didn't see what exactly happened. But if he doesn't die from his fall or whatever there, I guess he can go into the cryopod and make up his own story or whatever he wants, really. I see it continues this way. Interesting. We'll just do everything we can to try to avoid responsibility here. I can't go any closer to that. It's the Game Boy. Plus hands and flowers. Responsibility. Hold on. What's on the other side of that? Real far away. Oh, I actually fell down here. Okay, that's a lot of axes. Alright then. I keep wanting to see if I can find like an ID card for him anyway, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. That's right, I would have stuck something. Oh well. It's back this way. Return to the red filter. A little orchid there. Nice. I assumed we had just shot Swansea as he was charging us or something, but I don't know if, like, we kind of skipped part of the narrative because the presumption was that we were going to run to the cockpit to have to look up the code in order to get the gun, right? But I happen to remember it, so I got an achievement for doing it that way, but it makes me wonder, like, if you would not have been able to get the gun and the game would end differently, or if some reason Curly gets kind of pulled away for something before he can get to you in the cockpit. If we ended up just holding him at gunpoint, I wonder if this is what ended up actually happening for real, you know, at least if you got the gun ahead of time, but I do wonder how things might have gone otherwise if we had done things differently. Do like this gun model. I actually get to aim for real. You ain't got nothing to say, huh? Well, I guess we'll put the bullet where we saw it. Oh, You really have to fucking pull the trigger. All right. Man, this game keeps taking turns I'm not expecting it to. Should I go through the big old maze? I don't know. It seems like I ought to. I'm not even sure if it's actually going to be like a real maze or not, but they just always lead back to the exact same spot no matter what you do. Okay. I guess we're actually in a little... Well, I'd call it a run and gun section, but we're not running. I kind of feel like it's smarter just to try to wait for him. Because he, like, runs if you aim at him from a distance. Damn it, Swansea. I don't know if I'm I assumed I'm just supposed to shoot him a number of times, but we may actually have to progress to something. I have something to say, so shut the fuck up and listen. I spent 13 years half cut up to my eyeballs, drunk to put it mildly. Suddenly I saw it, a streetlight shining in my face. 500 gigawatts of the power of God. 1.21 gigawatts. A vision of my bloated body found in some ditch. It scared me straight. So I got a collar, shirts, mortgage, and a credit card. All the things that make a good man. I hoped I could raise my children to be better than their old man. I wanted to believe I was never one setback away from my worst self. But the truth is, discipline, drive, routine, the endless fucking desperation to get shit done, a loving wife, great kids, sobriety, I'm telling you, accomplishments I've been chasing all my life, never felt as good as I expected when I crossed the finish line. So now that we're at the end, taking inventory, those nights spinning out of my head, sinking into the sofa, broken glass in my palms, bleeding dry, the funniest thing ever. Old dogs laughing and snarling on the waterbed on the floor, mocking the moon for daring to show its face. All nausea and wreckage, and vomit and ugly cruelty. The only problem in the world, an empty bottle. Those were the best days of my life. Yeah, those were the best days of my life. Got nothing to hide, ready to face the music. I can see myself for what I am. But you, cowardly, selfish motherfucker, and you can't even see it. I should have been able to protect the kid. If I could have done one thing right, I wish it had been to give him one small chance off this goddamn rock. Swansea, I'm going to fix everything. I'm going to make it. Fuck you. Yeah, so I guess we just straight up probably held him at gunpoint if he even had the axe to begin with, or if he never did, and we just kind of held him up, tied him up, and then executed him because that's how it looks. It doesn't look like we're getting into a cryopod just now. I wonder if he's going to end up putting their bodies in there, though. Slowly descend into Silent Hill. Oh, hi there. Hey, Curly. Literally just going in a circle now. If I go the other way. We've entered the POV of a colonoscopy camera, I guess. Oh, we're in a mouth. That's fitting. Curly's, I guess, although he's looking pretty much like meat at this point. His eye's still moving and following us around. Hold up.
Tis old Mother Goose's birthday. We're giving her a party. A party, a party, a party for Mother Goose.
The baker man, he served the cake. It was a sight to see.
So just gonna pause there now. Oop. Oh, that I see. I think it's looping now. Yeah. Alright, buddy, I guess it's time to fuck with the valves here. Someday he'll thank me. Here, have a piece of your own leg meat. Num num. Oh. Interesting. We gotta... Oof. Alright. So those were correct. We gotta switch this one, I guess. Try again. Wondering if the last one's gonna be... Okay, that one's fine. Enjoy your cake, buddy. Oh, I'm controlling little me in the TV. Okay, I can only really walk forward, though. Man, Jimmy straight up just fucking lost his mind before... before they even fucking crashed. HD Mini-Me. No, we do not know on our kitty. I want to go home. We are home. Why don't you finish what you started? Don't worry if anyone ever finds us, I'll still be playing the villain. You'll be the better man in the end, like you wanted. I could have stopped it. I'm taking responsibility. No, we can both be heroes. You're a team, just you and me, like we used to be. What happened was an accident. We were trapped. I made a mistake, alright? Sorry, I'm so fucking sorry, Curly. Back to the vents. Okay. Ultrasound scanner. Oh no. Oh, no. Time to mash my potatoes. Fair enough. Hello. Wee babby. All clean. I hope this hurts. Really gets rid of that bad taste in your mouth, huh? Through wreckage. Through silence. Wash it away. All day fire fresh. Oh, Jimmy, what'd you do now? know if this is a situation where I should run or if we should try to be quiet again. I think we just run, but we just have to run the right way. No. I'll get it. Just I'm not entirely sure the mechanic they want me to use here. First time I just sort of went in the other direction and that didn't work, and then last time I went in this direction, although to be fair I wasn't running. I guess we're trying to kind of hide this thing, but I don't know what to do. He keeps finding me before I can really do anything. Can't tell. It's way faster than I am, so I can't tell if I'm supposed to run, hide, just sit still. I don't know what to do, man. Trying to figure it out. Don't have any items. I can't hide from the thing. I can't run from the thing. It just kind of randomly runs around. Should I just fucking go backwards? Just try over and seeing the smoke. Hey, nice. GG's. Oh, I got it to like break through a vent over here, I guess, but I don't know if that helps me really. I hope that we just, okay, maybe we just had to die to it a bunch. It just was starting to look like nothing was happening. Look, ID cards. I never did find Curly's or Jimmy's though, so I don't know. If I even could find them or what. Of course, there's tons of cards now. Bottles of mouthwash. Pony Express is dead. So are you. Sorry. Shut up. Curly tried his best. I did too, but he's the better man. I see that now. We can both still make it. I'll take care of him. I'm taking responsibility. Curly, Captain, I'm so sorry. Yes. Yes, I do. I fucked up, but I can still make this right. Our worst moments don't make us... Yeah, I mean, you know, worst moments and all, but like you did kill or get killed your crew members here. I mean, maybe to some degree not Anya, but you probably planted some of that in their head a little bit at least. Still have the gun. I thought for a second there that his eyes were following us around. By his, I mean Swansea, of course. Go home. Heading towards utility where the cryo beds are. Did we get in together? Nope, okay. It's okay, Curly. You're going to be okay. You always had my back. I ended up hurting you even though I was trying to save us. But now you'll survive. It's like you said, together we can fix anything. Just proud I got to be your friend and co-pilot, Captain. No one can hurt you now. We fixed it. I fixed it. I had a feeling he was going to use the gun. Okay, but did you start the cryopod? I'm still in here. Okay, there we go. Interesting. Finish mouthwashing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if there's any possible like different outcomes for you to get. I'm assuming probably not. Although things might like change slightly. Hey, Robin. Seems like I came in right at the end. Yeah. Although we'll have a look at some stuff here. Probably chat a little bit. Hope you're doing well. You cleaned your mouth? It's cleanish, I guess. I don't know if this is what you would call a particularly clean experience. So yeah, like Jimmy, I don't know if he was just always kind of delusional. Obviously he like wanted to have ambitions and took the shutdown of the company like way harder than expected, because he figured he'd like go back to just struggling and being no one, I guess. And then I guess he got Anya pregnant, and so he was worried about not really being able to do anything with that situation, since he probably would go back to not really having much in the way of money either. But instead of, checking himself out, he decided to try to crash the ship, which is a little crazy. I don't know if this is just gonna like open an internet browser, so give me a second here. I don't think it'll matter, but yeah, okay, just open Steam. But yes, for those interested, they are Wrong Organ on Steam. I'm sure they have that as their Twitter handle too. All right, and it straight up just closes the game. Okay, so that was Mouthwash. Hold on, I'm gonna open Steam really quick. We can have a look here at the achievements, maybe. So yeah, I did miss their ID cards. There's 9 other achievements to find too. I don't know. The game's kind of new and very indie, so I don't know if these are available to see online. I guess I can find out. Hold on a sec. Oops, I didn't mean to switch the scene. Let's see. Okay, computer had a moment there. Okay, there we go. So, God, these fucking ads though. Start mouthwashing, finish mouthwashing, find the ID cards. Definitely a much lower player base found Jimmy's and Curly's. I'm wondering where they were and if they were like together or anything. Because yeah, it seems like a lot of the other ones are fairly easy to find. Like Anya's you find like right away and it's very kind of like in your face, but the others slightly more hidden. But yeah, I might have just missed whatever scenes that these were in or just didn't explore specifically where I needed to. Mix the Pony Express specialty cocktail at Curly's birthday party. We did do that. Oh, no. I'm sorry. We could have made the cocktail instead of the cake. So that must be one of the hidden achievements. Cheater opened the door to cargo before acquiring the code scanner. Open the Pony Express protection kit without returning to the cockpit. We did do that, I think. I believe that was the one. Although I didn't actually take notes, I just happened to remember the code because it was only 3 digits. Sock puppet repeatedly opened and closed Curly's mouth. I mean, I did kind of do that, but maybe not enough times. Use a bottle of mouthwash. Yimpy. Lock eyes with Yimpy for 10 seconds. Is that the horse? Or... I don't know who Yimpy's supposed to be. He looks like a bald guy. The good ending. Get killed by Swansea 10 times in the graveyard. I wonder if that actually leads to a different ending or if they're just calling it that. Trick shot. Shoot Swansea in the graveyard right after spinning 360 degrees. Open the developer console. Any percent glitch. Take the mouthwash bottle from Polly within 35 seconds of starting chapter 14. I think that was the last chapter. You just got to like get there quickly. Or wait, no, that might be where the demon poly invisible thingy is chasing you around. You have to like try not to make a lot of noise. I wonder, like, it says any percent glitch, so I wonder if you can even get that like easily, if there's like a trick to it. Because as soon as that thing finds you, if you start running, you're just dead. And friendly introduction, find Curly hiding next to the TV. That must have been like early on, the first time we saw the TV. I must have maybe had the chance to see him in there and didn't see him. All right, cool. Anyway, it doesn't look like there's specifically different endings, unless letting Swansea kill you 10 times maybe leads to like an abrupt ending or something, but I don't know. But anywho, yeah, that was Mouthwashing. That was honestly pretty cool. Very unique horror experience. Obviously, it's entirely narrative driven, so not the type of thing that you'll necessarily spend a lot of time on just like playing. But I'm glad I got it. It was kind of like a interesting looking title that caught my eye, like, you know, several months ago, around the beginning of the year, I think, when they were kind of trying to promote it a little bit on social media. And so I was just like, yeah, sure, I'll put this on my wish list and just try to keep an eye on it, because I thought it would be interesting for sure. But yeah, definitely the story didn't really go the way I was kind of expecting it to. I thought it was going to be more of a less about any specific blame and more just a slow descent into madness, which it was. But, you know, as the story turned out, the twist being that Jimmy himself caused it and was kind of fucking delusional to begin with, and caused the deaths, you know, directly or indirectly, of all of his fellow crew, with the exception of Curly, who we can only hope gets rescued, and medical science is advanced enough to kind of like rebuild his body to some degree. Although honestly, after everything he's experienced, who knows if he'll be in any way the same guy. But yeah, definitely a pretty grim story, especially since there's no guarantee that he'll make it out of that. They're supposed to have power to keep him frozen for like 20 years. So he might have a chance of being rescued, but he might not. Yeah. At the start of the game leads you to believe that Curly is, because it just puts you in the perspective of the person in the cockpit, and you just assume it's Curly, the former captain, and that he's just intentionally causing the ship to crash into an asteroid, which Swansea was kind of referring to it as like a planet. I guess originally I thought we were just hit by you know, an asteroid of some sort. Like, instead it seems like we actually crashed into like a big one, and I guess the ship is like stuck on it still, which is probably why it's super unlikely that anyone's gonna find them, especially after Pony Express was getting like shut down. They might just like get kind of lost in the weeds as far as like any record of uh their expedition, you know, being on record in the first place. So they may just have gotten forgotten about. Who knows? But yeah, so there's the possibility, the slightest glimmer of hope for Curly, maybe, but I don't know if there's really much to hope for there. But yeah, definitely a very cool title. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I'm glad that I kind of took a chance on it with, like I said, it wasn't even like a risky sort of chance or anything. I just saw it a long while back, figured I would pick it up when it came out, and I did. So yeah, definitely a good one for spooky month, I think. But yeah, I kind of expected it to not be like super long, since I tried to be like fairly thorough. Obviously I wasn't as thorough as I potentially could have been, I guess. But even still, like, it only took us about 3 hours to get to this point. So, you know, we'll probably just have it be a bit of a shorter stream today rather than just starting up something new. But I do have some other games, as you can clearly see. I've got a lot of games on Steam. And that's not even all the games I've got. I got games on other shit too, but I do still have Amnesia the Bunker installed. I might try that, but I am tempted to get Silent Hill 2. I know everyone's kind of playing it still right now. So I don't know how interested people are in watching it, but I am tempted to play it myself because I've heard that the remake seems apparently pretty well received. May not be perfect in all respects, but people seem to like it, and it looks good. So I guess if I can get it to run okay on my machine, it would probably be worth playing because it's one that I never played. Like I said, I the other day, I have played some Silent Hill games, but 2 was not one of them, which I understand is kind of Silent Hill blasphemy because 2 is considered like the best one by a lot of people. Um, at least like the original is like the most solid of the series. Uh, Not that the other titles are specifically bad or anything, just that 2 I think is by most people's accounts like considered like the quintessential Silent Hill game. Uh, but yeah, so I think I will probably pick it up, and we might even do that next. I'm not sure, but I've got some other stuff, some other ideas. I picked up Amnesia: The Bunker like last year or the year before. I forget when it was, with the intention of playing it. So we might do that here this October, because I never got around to it. But yeah, I've only watched playthroughs. Yeah, I've watched a tiny bit of gameplay of Silent Hill 2, the remake. I mean, but not enough, to really learn anything because I didn't want to be spoiled if I did play it. And I have seen like old, I've seen speed runs of the original game. I've never just watched somebody play the game like normally. Um, Silent Hill is one of those that like I've watched some people play different parts of different Silent Hill games, and I've played a couple of them myself. I played Downpour, and I think it was either I was saying it was Shattered Memories the other day, but I think that's the wrong title. I think it was Homecoming actually is the other one, which neither of those I think are considered especially good. I thought they were fine, but considering I hadn't played the earlier ones, like obviously I didn't really have the comparison of potentially better Silent Hill games to compare them to, so uh but yeah, although I think even just like having seen playthrough stuff of the other games and speedruns as well, I don't really feel like those other ones are necessarily bad Silent Hill games. They're just maybe not the best like entries. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, maybe we'll do that if I pick it up next. Otherwise, that Amnesia title might be a thing. I'm also looking into some other stuff as well. And at some point here, whether it's for spook, even though it is spooky month, we got like some other incentive-y stuff to get back to, Lords of the Fallen. I know we were just talking about. I should probably give that a go here at some point soon. I don't technically have to finish Lords of the Fallen. I just have to revisit it on stream. If I still absolutely fucking hate it, then I don't have to finish it. And I wouldn't even say I hated it. I just really got fed up with that game and didn't complete it. Because I only did one stream of it, and then I played the rest of the way to the point of like roughly halfway through the game off stream, and still just wasn't having enough fun with it, despite really trying to give it a chance. Because yeah, the boss fights were okay, but the just getting through the areas just felt so sloggy a lot of the time, just because I don't really overly enjoy the gameplay and the kind of absurd enemy density. Could go for the roguelike mode of Lords of the Fallen. Yeah, maybe. I'd like to revisit it just also because, not only because of the incentive, but just they updated it a lot after it came out. They might even still be updating it for all I know, so maybe it'll feel better to play now. And there is also the option for co-op, so I might see, if anyone wants to do co-op in the game. Because that might just be more fun, but we'll see. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it there, y'all. Is it roguelike mode? Yeah, I don't know how it works. I've heard of it, I think, but I don't know anything about it. But anyway, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there, guys. I may be back on tomorrow if I can. I'm not sure what the rest of the week is gonna be like just yet. It's already Thursday. I keep thinking it's Wednesday for some reason. Yeah, quite possibly I'll be on tomorrow. I'm just not 100% sure just yet. For a regular stream, and then I don't know if we're doing Baldur's Gate 3 this weekend. I think that's still the plan. It's just going to depend on whether or not Marcus's internet wants to hold up at all. I hope so, because the last couple of times we've tried, we've had to end early because his internet just would not cooperate. So I really hope that his ISP gets their shit together, because I know he has been streaming the last couple of days, so I'm hoping that's a good sign. But if it turns out that his internet is just never stable on the weekends, we might have to figure something else out. But yeah, there's at least the possibility that we'll be doing the usual Baldur's Gate 3 thing on Saturday. I would think that's still the plan, at least. So yeah. You can randomize the game each time you die if you want without any mods. I got you for the roguelike thing, yeah. Thanks for streaming. Also, thanks for the GGs earlier. Got distracted. Hey, no worries. Glad that you and Karga have both been enjoying your replays of Dark Souls 1. Very cool. Always nice to see. I should really go back and do some classy runs for stream sometime, just for the hell of it. That was literally shit that I did like when I first started streaming, was classy speed runs of Dark Souls 1. It's been a long time since I played Dark Souls 1 Remastered, so I'd be probably kind of rusty about it now, but yeah, we'll see. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna leave it there. Like I said, possibly back on tomorrow, depending. I would like to stream tomorrow, just depends on if anything comes up. Saturday, good chance for Baldur's Gate 3 in the morning. If nothing comes up for the folks, I haven't really had a chance to talk to Marcus and Spy and Charlie about it just yet, but I'm assuming that's still the tentative plan. So, but yeah, in the meantime, have a great rest of your day / night. Thanks for enjoying Mouthwashing with me. That sounds weird to say it like that, but I'm not going to take it back. But yeah, have a great rest of your day / night, and I shall see you on the next one. All right. Peace out, everybody. Keep your mouth clean. Bye-bye.